When the millionaire Ethan Cole lost his wife in a tragic car accident, his once bustling mansion turned into a silent museum of grief. His little daughter, Lily, who witnessed the crash from the back seat, hadn't spoken a single word since that day. Doctors called it selective mutism born from trauma, and every therapist and nanny Ethan hired eventually left, defeated and heartbroken. The last nanny had just resigned, leaving behind the empty laughter of a child who had forgotten her voice. One morning, as Ethan drowned himself in work calls, a new cleaner arrived, Maria, a humble woman in her late 20s, dressed simply and carrying an aura of quiet kindness. She didn't have fancy degrees or child psychology training, but there was something gentle in her eyes that Lily noticed instantly. Maria would hum softly while dusting, talk to flowers while watering them, and leave little paper birds on the table with handwritten notes like, "Every bird learns to sing again." Lily, curious but shy, began following her around quietly. One afternoon, Maria found Lily sitting by the window clutching her late mother's scarf, her eyes distant. Instead of asking her to speak, Maria sat beside her and began folding the scarf into shapes, first a heart, then a butterfly, and whispered softly, "Sometimes, we can say a lot without words." For the first time, Lily's expression softened. Days passed, and the mansion began to change. The once silent halls echoed with the soft hum of Maria's lullabies, and tiny giggles started slipping from Lily's lips, though still without a voice. Ethan, buried in meetings, hardly noticed until one evening he returned home early and found Maria on her knees near the garden, playing hand-clap games with Lily. The child was smiling, mouthing the words. Ethan froze, his heart both aching and hopeful. The next morning, Maria entered the music room where a grand piano sat untouched since his wife's death. She cleaned it, then pressed a single key, letting the note linger in the air. Lily watched, then reached up and touched another key. Together, they created a soft melody. Maria leaned in and whispered, "The piano misses her song. Maybe you can bring it back." Tears filled Lily's eyes. She opened her mouth, and a faint, broken whisper slipped out, "Mom." Ethan, standing quietly in the doorway, dropped his briefcase, his heart trembling. For years, he'd prayed for this moment. He approached slowly, afraid to break the fragile magic. Lily turned, saw her father, and ran to him, whispering again, "Daddy." The sound was weak but real. Ethan fell to his knees, wrapping her in his arms, crying silently as Maria stepped back, smiling with quiet satisfaction. He looked up at her, overwhelmed. "How did you do it?" he asked, voice shaking. Maria only said, "Children don't always need therapy, sometimes they just need someone to listen to their silence." That night, Ethan sat by his daughter's bed as she slept peacefully for the first time in years. He glanced out the window and saw Maria leaving through the garden gate. The next morning, she was gone, no goodbye, just the echo of her soft humming still lingering in the air. Ethan tried to find her but couldn't. Months passed, and Lily's voice returned stronger each day. One evening, during a charity event, Lily performed a piano piece titled "The Cleaner's Song." When the final note faded, she turned to the crowd and whispered into the microphone, "Thank you, Maria." Ethan wiped a tear, realizing that some angels wear uniforms, not wings. The millionaire who once thought money could fix everything had learned that love, patience, and kindness could heal even the deepest wounds. He started a foundation for children with trauma, inspired by the woman who vanished without seeking credit. As he looked up at the night sky, he felt peace for the first time since his wife's passing. The memory of the cleaner's soft voice echoed in his heart forever, reminding him that miracles come from the most unexpected souls. And to everyone watching this story, never underestimate the power of compassion. Sometimes one gentle act can bring back a voice the world thought was gone forever. If you believe kindness can change lives, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more heart-touching stories that remind us, humanity still shines brightest in silence.